Hello viewers, welcome to Studio NIOS. I am Dr. Pooja Chopra. Today we will discuss about community and school interface. Education takes place not only in schools but also within families, communities and society. Despite the various degree of responsibilities taken by each group, none can be the sole agent to take 100% responsibility for educating children. Parents and families cannot be the only group of people for children's education as long as their children interact with and learn from the world outside their families. Communities and society must support parents and families in the upbringing, socializing, and education of their children. Schools are the institutes that can prepare children to contribute to the betterment of the society in which they operate by equipping them with skills important in society. Schools cannot be and should not be operate as a separate entities within the society. School is rooted in the society and is an agency for the first basic lessons in the process of socialization. Schools are a reflection of society. The society directly and indirectly determines the goals of education and controls and determines all that goes on within the four walls of the institute called the school. They all interact with each other. None can be isolated from each other. The school is important for its role in socialization on one hand and on other hand for determining, forcing and preparing students and society for what lies ahead for today's generation is tomorrow's future. Agent of social change. This relationship can best be understood in terms of the following representations. This is the representations: schools, students, managements, parents, community, society. All are the stakeholders. All are involved in education of a child. They cannot be isolated from each other because they are one and together they are responsible for education of our future generation. A school community interface can best be understood in terms of a collaboration between all stakeholders, wherein the resources of families and the community, through collaboration with schools, become essential for development, comprehensive, multifaceted programs and services. Let us first discuss about the concept of schools, community, and then we will elaborate on the school and community interface. Defining school and community in context of school-community interface. What are schools? Schools include all institutionalized entities that are responsible for formal education. For example, pre-primary, primary, elementary and secondary. The aim is to draw the resources of these institutions. And now, what are communities? Community encompasses all other resources, public and private money, facilities, human and social capital that can be brought to the table at each level. For example, health and social service programs, unions, businesses, recreation, cultural and youth development groups, libraries, justice and law enforcement. All these includes in the community part. What is interface? Interface is a point at which independent systems or diverse group interact. For example, in school community interface, it means interaction among a school or a school district and a variety of both formal and informal organizations and institutions in the community for the mutual benefits of schools and community at large. Local community plays a vital role in understanding and giving direction to the educational process. In India, the local communities are varied depending upon nature of habitations that comprise it. The educational needs of different types of communities vary according to their nature. Now, we will discuss about community composition and how it influences education. As you all know that a community with a heterogeneous population with diverse castes, languages, religion and ethnicity may pose a challenge to education system. Community may enrich the education system depending on the mutual relationship and harmony between various population subgroups. The hierarchical caste or socio-economic status may lead to exclusion of lower caste and poor people from the education system. Hence, community can influence schools in both positive and negative ways. The attitude towards minority, ethnic, or religious groups may influence the education of these groups. The language spoken in the community play a deterministic role in the medium of instruction in the school. What are the various factors which impact influence of community upon schools? First one is occupational and economic factors. Poverty may impede education of many children due to other competing needs for survival. People may not be able to afford to spend on education or may prefer to send their children for work instead of school. Other is custom, traditions and belief systems. Community traditions and community customs based on shaping its belief system may affect the education process in the community. For example, a community having belief that children are disabled as a result of punishment by God for their previous sins may consider education of disabled child as an interference in the karma. These children and their families may be stigmatized and excluded from the education system. Then gender discrimination. As you know that ours is a patriarchal society and females are still considered a second-class citizen. Community beliefs and practices about the gender roles may be discriminative against the girls, leading to their exclusion from schools from the very beginning or early dropouts, because many parents still think that girls are better at home. Then attitude towards underprivileged and marginalized groups. The community may have negative attitudes toward disabled, underprivileged and marginalized groups due to their belief system and exploitative practices, which may hamper in proper participation of these groups in the education process. While the nature of the local community determines and influences the nature of educational facilities to be provided, the educational institutions also influence the local community. School is not an island with no link to the outside world. It is community. Schools and communities should not operate as a separate entities from the community. To bridge the gap between school and community, both should come closer. There should be a dialogue between community and school. Teacher is the most active agent which can make this dialogue possible through school and community interface. As you all remember, what is an interface? Interface is a point where both come closer, where both come together to achieve a common goal. Since each group in the community plays a different role in contributing to children's education, there must be efforts to bridge the gap between them in order to maximize the contributions. Education takes place most efficiently and effectively when these different groups of people collaborate for the betterment of the community and society at large. In this way, the relationship between local communities and educational facilities is mutual and reciprocal. The community expects the school and teachers to realize societal aspirations and expectations through children. In this way, the community influences the school and teachers or the education system. An educational system is designed keeping in view not only the specific need of the community but also the needs of a larger society or the nation as a whole. An education system through its curriculum must contain and propagate new ideas, values and behavior in order that inculcation of such values become a reality. Cooperative and active participation of parents and other members of the community in the school programs will greatly facilitate the educational process. The teachers must play a role of a leader in all such interactions with the community members to propagate these ideas, value attitudes, extra to the community. Community being the main stakeholder of education should be given the ownership in education and thereby leads to the belongingness which enhances community involvement in planning, implementation and monitoring of educational programs. At the same time, an involved community will be able to provide useful resources, that is human, material and financial resources to the school. Why there should be a school community interface? What is the need of the school community interface? As you all know, schools, family and communities should work closely with each other to be effective and to achieve their mutual goals. As you all know that the goal is one, that is education of their children, betterment of the children. So, schools are located in the communities and are not islands with no bridges to the mainland. Schools are more effective and caring places when they are an integral part of the community. Reciprocally, family and other community entities can enhance parenting, socialization and strengthen the fabric of the family and the community life by working in partnership with schools. An interface between them become important and imperative for the following reasons. To enable schools to improve. If both community and schools will work together, definitely the schools will improve. Second, to improve academic outcomes and achievement for students. Strengthening families and the neighborhood to reduce the students' problems or at least ensure an effective handling of the problems. To enhance effectiveness of schools, to increase parental involvement in the school projects and decision making, because it is the parents who are sending their kids to the school, to provide a comprehensive, multifaceted and integrated transition from school to society and a continuum of interventions. Designing interventions to reducing social problems, for example, drugs, school gang activities, violence, bullying, alcohol, etc. Both parents, community and schools can come together and solve all these problems. Without each other's supports, they can't do much. Next thing is to help the school take decisions about the environment. For example, parks, garbage collection, disposal, recycling, community libraries, community halls and services, polluting units, commercialization of housing, industrial and educational areas, etc. In these matters, schools can advise communities so that they can go in positive direction. Educate social pressure in this regard can also result in effective legislation in these areas. Enrollment of children has improved because of community mobilization efforts, special enrollment drives and focused programs for specific groups of children. For example, Badi Bata in Andhra Pradesh, inclusion of CWS in children in Chennai Corporation, Prabhat Feri in Madhya Pradesh has yielded excellent results. In these, the projects are completed because community is involved. Community resources are being used. Schools, community interface and teacher. Teacher must understand the community, its need, aspirations and difficulties. This process can be facilitated if the teachers are enlightened members of the same community. The Dellis Commission observed, when teachers are themselves a part of the community where they teach, their involvement is more clearly defined. Then they can act as a role model. They are more sensitive and responsive to the needs of the communities and better able to work towards community goals. Strengthening the link between the school and community is therefore one of the most important ways of ensuring that the school is able to be in symbiosis with its milieu. Let us understand a community and school interface in more detail through a case study. To achieve the objectives of PEEP's Primary Enhancement Project, the objective of PEEP is universal enrollment and retention in the formal education system through quality teaching and improved school infrastructure. National Institute of Urban Affairs organizes communities into neighborhood communities and enhance their participation in the planning, management and delivery of education. The purpose of this project was to build an interface between the community and educational administrators, to involve the community and make them self-reliant. An entry was made into the community by visiting and meeting the members of the community. So, first there is a ice breaking sessions between the educational administrators and the community members. Field facilitators were given the training as how to meet the community leaders and explain them the objectives of the PEEP program. So, first is to involve the community, and for involving community there is a special training given to field facilitators so that they can explain the objectives of the PEEP program to the community members. Close contact with community was established through rallies, slogan shouting, campaigns, walls writing. In this process, community members were involved to help focus on the issues of education. Community members were told, yes, there is a need for educating your children and your support is needed. And through this program, they try to involve community members along with them. Some active and enthusiastic people were identified from within the community to work with the program as volunteers. Women were organized into neighborhood groups. So, there is an active participation of both male and female members of the community, and there is a both all schools administrators work together as one unit. The committees had regular meetings and initiated few activities. They decided to set up Sahayak Shishu Kendra, that is SSK, to support the learning needs of the children in their locality. Sahayak Shishu Kendra took different forms as per the need of the family. A Balwadi preschool, tuition center were there, vocational training center for adolescents were formed. Community members identified space for the centers. They helped in assistance in providing land and financial resources to the administrators. Shishu Sahayak Kendra workers were trained in teaching pedagogy. The community provided human and financial resources required for managing these centers. Hence, community was actively involved in achieving the objectives of PEEP, that is universalization of education and a persistent enrollment in the school. The community helped in the following activities. First, community helped in generating awareness on the importance of education. Then, conducting household surveys and collecting information on the non-enrolled, dropped out, school-going children from each household. Preparing Basti map, interaction with the local body state administrators, setting up centers for preschool, remedial classes and vocational skill training, providing financial and resource assistance when there is a need. In the end, we can say that community could play a greater role in schools than just the presence on the school board or village education communities. In India, where the education sector faces a resource crunch, sharing resources with the community can improve general standards of both the school and the community. It may make the crucial difference between the dropouts and higher retention rates for the children. In a resource-strapped education system, as in the case of India, such a move would help schools as well as the quality of the communities, because they both need each other. Communities need schools and schools need communities. Together, they can work and they can help in creating a better world. And teacher, in this regard, can play a crucial role. He can play the role of torch bearer, as he is the one who society wants to act as a role model. School and community interface can be strengthened by the mutual cooperation and participation of both school and community. Thank you.